This is Unit 3 review for pre-calculus. This is on Chapter 3. We have our homework here on page 271 through 274, starting with number 7, going all the way out to 147. I'm going to do 4 different videos. This first video is going to be from problem 7 all the way up to number 46. All right, starting on 271, numbers 7 through 10, the answers are C, D, A, and B. So you just match those up, the graphs with the equations. Make sure you're looking for whether it's moved up and down, left and right, or if it's going to be reflected over the x or the y-axis there. All right, next will be numbers 11 and 12. So number 11 and 12, I have them completed here already. That's how I'll have pretty much every problem. It's just too long for me to actually work through every one of these. So here are the answers. So number 11, we have y equals 5 to the x minus 1. The minus 1 up here is going to make it go to the right 1. Remember, for these are the exponentials. I've talked about these as planes taking off. Horizontal asymptote is at y equals 0. That's the ground. If we move to the right 1, that's not going to change. So it's still at y equals 0. But the y-intercept is going to change. We take that point, which typically starts right here, move it to the right 1. All right, so when I do that, again, draw in your horizontal asymptote, draw in your graph. That's what your graph is going to look like. So what is my y-intercept going to be? You have to take the x is 0, plug it in. When I do that, I get 0 minus 1. 5 to the negative 1 is just 1/5. Number 12, very similar, but this one is moved down 3. So now the horizontal asymptote, which starts at y equals 0, you subtract off 3, you get negative 3. Y-intercept, which starts at 1, subtract off 3, you're at negative 2. Draw in your curve with your horizontal asymptote. All right, moving on to the next problem, we have number 39. Number 39 talks about a trust fund. It says it's compounded continuously, so that's the PERT. You can see I have that set up. Actually, I just realized I skipped number 23, so let me go back to that quickly, 23 and 25. All right, so 23, you have to use the one-to-one property. You always want to rewrite the bigger number, which in this case is the 9, to be a representation of the smaller number, the 3. So 9 is 3 squared. Bring it to the top, so it's 3 to the negative second. These now have the same bottoms. The bases are the same. Set the exponents equal to each other based off one-to-one property, and you get x plus 2 equals negative 2, so x is negative 4. 25 is exactly the same, but the bases were already the same from the beginning. You have e to the 5x minus 7 equals e to the 15th. Set 5x minus 7 equal to 15, and you get x is 22 over 5. Now going to number 39. You have the A equals PERT. Again, you see that up on the screen there. They gave you the 50,000. That's the P. The interest rate, 8.75. Make sure you take that and make it 0.0875. And I want to know what is it worth on the 35th birthday. Take this, type it directly into the calculator. You get the $1,069,047.14. All right, part B, don't worry about that. I don't like the wording of that. So moving on to number 40. It gives you the equation. It says determine the initial quantity, so you take the 0 and plug it in, and you get 100. Part B, it says what about after 10 years? So take 10 and plug it in, you get 61.795. Again, don't worry about letter C. Number 41, you're just going to rewrite this in log form, so it's log base 4 of 64 equals 3. 42, log base 25 of 125 equals 3 halves. 43, ln of 2.2255 equals 0.8, and 44, ln of e equals 1. Remember, I've always said the log is equal to the exponent. The base is the number that's written small right next to it. And then last two, to finish out through 46. 45, you just type in log of 1,000, you get 3, and 46, log base 9 of 3, and you get 1/2.